Something just happened in global finance that almost sounds fake, but it's real. Ships moving through one of the most important trade routes on Earth may now have to pay in Bitcoin just to pass. We're talking about the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow stretch of water that handles roughly 20% of the world's oil supply. Right now, Iran is tightening control over it in a way we've never seen before. Iran is reportedly requiring oil tankers to pay a transit toll in cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, just to pass through the strait. There are reports of fees starting around $1 per barrel, with some estimates going as high as $2 million per ship, depending on the cargo. Let that sink in. A government is potentially forcing global trade to move through crypto rails. And there's a reason for it. Crypto can't be easily frozen, blocked, or controlled through traditional banking systems, which makes it extremely attractive for countries dealing with sanctions. That's exactly the situation Iran is in, so instead of relying on the dollar system, they're experimenting with something else. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. This is happening during a fragile ceasefire, meaning the situation is still unstable, and shipping traffic through the strait has already dropped significantly. So you've got less oil moving, more risk in the region, and now a potential crypto payment system layered on top. That combination is exactly why Bitcoin reacted the way it did. Because this is not just another news story, this is a shift in how global trade might operate under pressure. And here's the deeper implication most people aren't thinking about. Bitcoin isn't just being treated as a store of value in this situation. It's being treated as a settlement layer for real-world transactions when trust breaks down between nations. That's a completely different narrative. Now to be clear, this system is still early, and not everyone agrees it's fully implemented at scale yet. Some analysts believe stablecoins may actually be used more heavily than Bitcoin in practice. But the fact that Bitcoin is even being discussed in this context is the signal. Because if this idea expands, you're looking at a world where crypto is no longer optional in global trade. Now when you start thinking like that, it changes how you look at the space. It's not just about price anymore, it's about infrastructure. And that's part of the reason we've been bringing up Bitcoin Hyper, not financial advice. But it keeps coming up because it's focused on improving how Bitcoin actually functions as usage increases. From what I've seen going through their white paper and site, the goal is to make Bitcoin faster, more scalable, and more usable in situations where demand spikes. And if Bitcoin starts being used in real-world settlement scenarios like this, that kind of infrastructure becomes a lot more important. It's also been getting attention across major platforms like Bitcoin.com, Bitcoin Magazine, 99 Bitcoins, CoinMarketCap, and others, which usually signals growing awareness. Right now it's still early, sitting around $0.013678 and gradually climbing, and early positioning is where most of the upside tends to come from. Now of course there's risk. You can lose everything, so always do your own research. But if you are looking into opportunities like this, how you actually move in the market matters. Because in situations like this, things move fast and you don't want friction when timing matters. Personally, I prefer using Solana when possible because it's faster and cheaper, but Ethereum is still a solid option as well. And using something like the Best Wallet app just makes everything easier. You can manage assets, move between chains, and react quickly without overcomplicating the process. And when the market is reacting to global headlines like this, that speed matters more than people think. But zooming out, this is the real takeaway. This isn't just about Iran, and this isn't just about Bitcoin. This is about what happens when global systems start breaking down and new ones start forming in real time. Not financial advice, but this is one of those moments that seems small now until you realize what it leads to later. If you want more breakdowns like this, make sure to follow, and we'll be back with more soon.